So guys, boom, LeBron James Jr., Bronny James, Strive for Greatness, SVG. What exactly is going on with Bronny James and Strive for Greatness? I'm not gonna lie, there's so many red flags that we're gonna be touching up on in this video. May be wrong, but the games that Bronny James and Strive for Greatness played this past weekend, the AAU games, the set of games, whatever you want to call it, to me, this may have been one of the most embarrassing games and weekends that I've ever seen in AAU history. I may be overreacting. We're going to be touching upon this entire situation in this video. And guys, yes, I'm talking to you who's not subscribed to my channel. Be honest. What do you guys think about Bronny James and Strive for Greatness, especially after this past weekend? And how good overall do you think their AAU season is going to go from up in this point? Because like I said, I'm going to keep it 100, guys. I'm going to keep it 100% honest. I don't want you guys to fall into the trap of Ballers Life or another program saying Bronny James went off this past weekend and Strive for Greatness, they went. Guys, that was not the case. This past weekend, let's just be honest, this was definitely not a good weekend for Strive for Greatness. Strive for Greatness, they just did not look like they were ready to play. I just personally feel like Bronny James and the crew, they just are not as skilled as the teams that they were playing. I don't know if they should be going down to the Under Armour League or Adidas, but the EYBL, those teams just do not play. They're playing 17U, and especially Team Final. I gotta clap it up for Team Final. I'm not gonna lie, they have a player who is top 8 in the nation. He goes by the name of Justin Andrews. He's currently the 8th ranked player in that 2023 high school class, according to, I believe, rivals.com. And this dude is definitely legit. Their overall team, their overall unit, they just look so much more constructed than Strive for Greatness. Let's just speak about Strive for Greatness for like a couple of seconds, couple of minutes. Guys, Strive for Greatness, I just personally feel like they don't have an overall great team. They don't have enough scores on their team. They're not as physical as the teams that they're playing. There's just a lot of red flags that I feel like needs to be addressed. I was talking to D-Rich TV earlier today about this. It's like, I'm just personally confused. LeBron James, this I believe is his AAU team, Strive for Greatness. I personally don't understand how they don't have other ranked players or top players or a better overall team. I'm not saying this is LeBron James's fault or anything like that. Don't try and twist the words up. But I'm just personally confused on how they don't have an overall great team, or a team that's definitely not to be played with. And I feel like they definitely should have a lot more better players. The players that were playing this weekend was not the same team that was playing last week. JJ Taylor, I don't know what's going on, but this man literally switched teams to go play for Mac Irvin, I believe. And I don't know what's going on with AAU. We could touch upon this a little later, but Jazair Jackson, he was not there as well. I don't know what happened to Jazair Jackson, but JJ Taylor and Jazair Jackson, they weren't even playing for Strive for Greatness. And I'm personally confused on exactly why that even happened, because I feel like those were two players that Strive for Greatness and Bronny James definitely needed throughout this entire weekend. And one thing quickly to mention too, this is one thing we can clap up for Bronny James. He did lead both games in scoring. He led the overall team with 14 points in both of these games. In the first game, pretty much all of his points actually came from the 3-point line. He did shoot, I believe, 4 from 11 from the entire floor. But like I said, he just took what the defense gave him and pretty much made the best of the situation. I'm telling you, just both teams, Team Final versus Strive for Greatness, Pro Skills versus Strive for Greatness. It honestly just felt unfair, and I don't know what happened to the overall team, but like I said, they just definitely need to improve. I even heard people even questioning, how are they even in the EYBL circuit? Because the fact that they're getting blown out like this, I'll pop up the scores on the screen. I'm telling you, this was definitely an embarrassing couple games for Bronny James and Strive for Greatness. And I don't know what exactly happened to Mike Price. I feel like he has been a little off. I'm personally still a Mike Price believer. I definitely feel like he has a lot of potential, but like I said, just given his situation with not a lot of scores on that specific team, I understand how he would be getting a lot of turnovers. I understand how he would be missing a lot of shots, because in my personal opinion, I do feel like Mike Price is the best scorer on that team. And the fact that Strive for Greatness and Bronny James just don't have players that you can just give the ball to and say, here, go give me a bucket. Mike Price essentially is really the only player that does that. Bronny James, I feel like he just needs better players on his team to really showcase exactly the type of player that he is. I think Bronny's a good floor general. I really do. Mike Price, he's a good scorer. They just need some help, in my personal opinion. This was definitely not a good look or a good weekend for strive for greatness. I don't want to make this video too long, guys. I really don't. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I'm just a little disappointed. Like I said, I don't know what happened to JJ Taylor. I don't know what happened to Jazeer Jackson, but man, I really don't know what happened, man. This is definitely tough, but like I said, a lot of improvements are definitely going to be made. I still believe in this team. I still believe in Bronny James, but days like this, games like this is going to happen. It really is going to happen. That's just how basketball is. But you watching this video, like I said, I want to know what your opinions are on Bronny James and this past AU weekend. What do you think are some improvements that they need to make? What are some players you think Strive for Greatness should try and recruit or aim for? Just comment down below, guys. Let's get a great basketball conversation started, guys. If you made it to the end, please make sure you do me a favor and smash that like button, guys. That helps the channel out in so many ways. You guys have no idea. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Join the Discord down below. Follow me on Instagram at JuiceMadeHoops with the extra S at the end. Yeah, with all that being said, guys, thank you for watching, and it's been another episode of Juice Made TV. Peace.